Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. Today, instead of the gold analysis, we will take a look at the British pound again, because on the gold, actually guys, well, we have considered presently the major fundamental factors on the market in our Euro report, and they could be applied to the gold market at the same degree as for the Euro currency. And you just could read the report and see what could happen on the gold as well. Besides, from the technical point of view, gold is not as interesting right now, just because it spent time in very tight range, forming no trading patterns, and the first more or less trading opportunity will appear there once it shows one of the moderate swings in up or down. So currently, it's just nothing we could do in the gold. From that standpoint, consideration of the cable looks more interesting as from the fundamental point of view, as it has few own driving factors, as from the technical point of view. So from the technical point of view, in fact, you probably should remember our long-term trading plan, and currently market mostly is finished or ready to finish the first stage of this plan. So our trading plan has started from the 142 area, where we suggested more or less downside retracement, because from the technical point of view, that was significant resistance. This is agreement resistance on the weekly chart, and also this is an area of the Euro pivot resistance one. The market has to show normally some pullback out from it. Second, from the fundamental point of view, and the moment when the market hits 142, there was no additional driving factors that could push price higher at that moment. Currently, guys, the next stage of our trading plan is to consider whether the market will be able to turn up again if fundamental background will start to change. And we need to decide from what level it could happen. Currently, on the daily chart, we have few reasons to suggest that market could show another swing down before potentially bullish reversal could happen. It's not the fact that it happens, but potentially it could happen also just because of the weekly time frame, where we have some patterns that suggest that market might take out the 142 top and shows a bit higher action to the 147 destination point. But in the coming week, overall fundamental background looks a bit weak. So recent COT report shows that investors contract long positions, hedgers diminish and reduce the hedge against the possible upward action. So investors currently not believe too much in immediate upward continuation. Second, based on the just technical price action, you could see that overall bearish strength here is not really, still stands on the market. So because, let's take a look, that was some minor crush of the bullish sentiment here. And the investors, you can see here, is drop significant, take close, again, tail close. And that reaction mostly is the result of fib level and tail oversold. So-called stretch pattern that we also discussed in our reports, daily reports. But this type of action suggests that another drop could happen right to the OP. And for us, this is perfect area where we could consider taking the long position. This is strong confidence support. This is OP. Result of this drop, we will get cleared ABCD pattern, a kind of garbage triple to buy and suggest upward bounce. That will be relatively safe trade, riskless trade for taking the long position on this area. But how to be sure that this indeed will happen, and what we need to keep an eye on, to clearly understand whether the market is reversed up already, or the chance on the downward action still stands on the market. For that purpose, we intend to use the 4-hour time frame chart. And in particular, we intend to keep an eye on two levels. So here is actually the market has completed our short-term stuff on Friday. If you remember, we discussed this butterfly. This will be 30% pullback as minimum target of the butterfly. This level could be retested. Also on the hourly chart, we have considered this ABCD double bottom. This XOP target has been reached. But for us, it's more important this confluence. So our market, if it indeed stands bearish and it intends to continue downward action, it has to stay below these two levels. So confluence area should not be broken up. That for us will be important level. For those of you who intend to go short, that's the level to keep an eye on. Currently, we do not have yet any bearish patterns, bearish signs or something of that sort. That's why it means that at least at this moment, maybe within a few sessions, the situation changed. But currently, it's not time yet for taking the short position, as we don't have evidence that indeed market is turning down. Currently, it stands relatively stubborn around the resistance, and maybe it suggests it's further upward continuation. But that level will become very important, because breaking of this level, it could mean that we're going right to the 140, and that in turn could mean that reverse head and shoulders pattern could be formed. And that could become the pattern that tells us this market could start moving to next weekly target, which is actually around 47. So 147. So that's why this level seems important to us. But right now, preliminary suggestion, that's the level where we intend to consider taking the short position, depending on how price will behave around it. So it means currently is no shorts. For long positions, it's also a bit early. We need to be sure that market indeed stands in upward continuation. But for taking the short-term bearish position, we intend to consider this level and how market will behave around it.